Hey guys, it's Jan, also known as Unbluster, and today we are taking a look at the Copperfang Black Special. There you go. And this is essentially a new version of the Copperfang. The first one used to have medium diameter wheels, so it looks like they changed it to large diameters, and they added quite a few new stuff, including that new body. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. But before that, item number 95589, 1200 yen. So alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. As you guys can see, I've changed my setup a little bit. Just wanted to make it easier on myself when I'm doing editing. So essentially I'm just gonna make it a little bit more low tech, but it's gonna be a little bit quicker. So here you go. So let's look at the chassis first. And there you go. The biggest difference on this kit now is that the inclusion of an upgraded chassis. So there you go. So now it's using the polycarbonate ABS chassis. So that's a good thing. It's going to add a little bit of stiffness. Mostly what happens when you start cutting these chassis is that they start to lose their stiffness. But with the PC ABS, that's gonna be a little bit improved. So because if you want to go for like open class, you want to start cutting off parts, bumpers, and even the center a little bit so that it's a little bit more flexible, but it doesn't lose a little too much strength. So that's why you want the polycarbonate ABS chassis. So all right, so that's actually a pretty good thing, and this is the first FMA kit I think that includes the PC ABS chassis. All right, so let's go ahead and set that aside. Next is the wheels. Looks like it comes with the what do you call it, carbon reinforced 4 spokes, and I kind of wish that they have a 4-spoke version where it was just the narrows. The wide wheels aren't really much used, especially nowadays, now that everybody's using mediums. But you can kind of use these still for, I don't know, for high speed. Actually, if you want to use high speed tune class, you can kind of use these, and the carbon reinforced wheels are more likely to be straight anyway, so that's actually pretty cool. All right, next up is the hard tires. What are these? Green? Oh, fluorescent green. There you go. So yep, pretty good that these are included out of the box. This would be pretty good for a box stock race, especially if you need a little bit more speed. So this is pretty cool that these were added. And if you want to use large diameters, you can use these ones. The narrow ones, they're just a lot more useful. So let's go ahead and set that aside. Next is the body. There you go, quite nice. The smoke body, as you can see. Anytime, it's good that they actually decided to start making the black specials specifically like smoke bodies nowadays. The next kit that we're gonna be unboxing, it's gonna have the same thing. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Anytime that there's like a smoke body for black special, that's always a good thing, and it looks pretty nice actually. So actually, anytime that they do that, it's always a good thing to me. Next is the bumper. Oh look, even the bumper is PC ABS too. So in box stock, this might actually have a decent chance. Basically is gonna be a little bit stiffer, and that could be a good and bad. So always take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. Let's look at the hardware. Let's look at the motor real quick. Looks like this one is SMC motor. Yeah, there you go. You can kind of see it right there. And let me see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Nope, usually there isn't. Oh, the gear ratio is different. So this one's 4-to-1. Anytime they do large diameters nowadays, it looks like, I don't know, what is that? Oh, the edge of the grease tube. So yeah, these are 4.2-to-1 if I recall correctly. I don't know why they chose to go 4.2-to-1. They should have just gone 4-to-1, the black and the brown. These aren't that big of a diameter, so it's not really gonna give you a massive advantage, and especially in box stock. So a 4-to-1 might be better, at least in my opinion. Let me see, nothing too different about the hardware. set that aside. And then let's look over here. Fluorescent green. My goodness. And if I recall correctly, it said that it was a slightly different material. The POM. So these are, as far as I could tell, the normal ones as well. Oh, are they low friction? Actually, it doesn't say. I'm guessing POM is low friction, so if you guys could let me know in the comments, I'd be glad to hear that. Okay, so yeah, fluorescent green. It's super bright. It's kind of ridiculous, guys. So let's look at the manual. It looks like it has the old style manual. I don't think they changed. Yeah, the newer manuals are only on the newer kits, as far as I can tell. The VZ ones have the new manuals. These ones are still pretty much like the old style, so not much changing on this manual. All right, let's set that aside. And then this is the foil sticker sheet. There you go, pretty good. And the motif is quite different, although you can still kind of see the scale design right here. The old one had kind of something like that. Of course, it was like, you know, Copperfang. It means, you know, the what do you call it? Like a snake, you know, a fang. You can see it right there. All right. So let's go ahead and rate this kit in terms of value, collectability, and upgradability. So for value, let's see if we could do this while I'm talking. We're gonna give it a 9. So for value, because mostly of the additional stuff like the carbon wheels and then the PC ABS chassis, these are always a good thing that they add to the kit. That's gonna give you a little bit more options when you're gonna upgrade it later, so that's always a good thing when they add stuff like that. So it's not quite perfect. If they had given it super hard tires, it would have been a perfect 10 for value. For collectability, I'm gonna give it 9 again. Not much different on this one. Actually, the biggest thing over here for collectability is that this is essentially the first PCABS FMA, as far as I can recall, and this is also pretty good that they did it in black. So especially if you're going to be racing open class, you want to start cutting this up. This is actually going to be a pretty cool chassis to work from because, you know, black. Anytime stuff is made in black, it's going to be a little bit easier to match colors with. So that's always a good thing for things like that. So all right, so for upgradability, FMA is actually quite good when you start working from it, so I'm gonna give it a 9. So if you do a little bit of math, we're just gonna skip ahead and write average as well as a 9. So here, having these wheels, they give you a little bit of option. While people don't really use the large diameters as much as they used to back in the day, if you go like high speed racing, you can kind of use this, even though ideally you want it to be the extra large diameters. These would be pretty okay, but I've still seen some people still using the large diameter wheels, so I mean, why not? And as long as you can cut it, because you can go fairly deep into this before you're able to actually get to that part of the wheel, so a little bit better. It's just I wish these were all the same wheel, essentially, where it was just like all 5 spoke, 5 large diameters. So those would be cool on this kit. And then this is pretty good added in there as well, but it would have been cool if it was super hard. So yep, as you can see, average score 9. And there you have it, guys. This has been my unboxing and overview of the Copperfang Black Special. Guys, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please like, subscribe, and share, and thanks for watching. Go race.